Well, some criminals from South America are making their way into the U.S. as tourists, targeting and robbing homes in wealthy American neighborhoods. The thieves rent expensive cars to blend into the upscale neighborhoods and then strike when homeowners are away. In Los Angeles, the LAPD has formed a task force to target these groups and call them an international heist ring. Over $1 million worth of stolen luxury items have been recovered so far. But burglary tourism isn't only a concern in California. Towns all across the country have been reporting strings of burglaries believed to be committed by these theft groups, including an Indianapolis suburb with just over 100,000 residents. In the past 2 years, the town has reported several home burglaries where the average home price there hovers around $400,000. So joining me now is the Public Information Officer for Fishers Police Department, Sergeant Angela Ellison. Sergeant Ellison, thank you so much for your time. First of all, how does this crime tourism even work? How do these burglars know which homes to target?
Well, unfortunately, for us, they're well organized and they do their research. So they'll follow folks, they'll do surveillance, if you will, in a neighborhood to see when folks are not home, and then they'll target them.
So we talked about this happening in LA, but again, this is not only happening on the West Coast or even on the East Coast. It's happening in the Midwest. How many burglaries are these theft gangs specifically believed to be responsible for?
I don't have a specific number, but our intelligence believes that many of the home burglaries that we have had are related to the South American theft group. And unfortunately, Asian business owners are one of those targets for home burglaries.
And do we know why is that?
Well, it sounds like a lot of the Asian business owners, the whole family works in that business together. And so when they are all at work, that leaves the home unattended. And these groups will do their research. They may be in town for a few days, just specifically looking for targets. And when they know the business owners, which is typically a family, is at work, they'll burglarize the home.
All right, so Sergeant, as we know, we're talking about homes that average about $400,000. But again, you can get a lot more for your money in the middle of the country. So kind of describe Fishers, describe what this suburb looks like.
Yeah, it's a middle to upper class area. We are one of the more affluent counties in the state of Indiana, and we are a direct suburb of Indianapolis. So a lot of these groups do target affluent communities that surround major metropolitan cities.
So if we know that these homes, that these homeowners are being targeted, what is the advice that police are giving these homeowners? What is the best way to try to protect themselves if the criminals are finding ways around the traditional crime deterrents?
So a few things we can do are try to make the folks guess when we're home or not. So leave lights on, invest in timers inside the home so it looks like there is someone there. Maybe move cars around in the driveway. Have neighbors, trusted neighbors, make random checks on your house when you're not at home. Don't advertise when you're going to be away from the home. Invest in good audible alarm systems. Specifically, the method of entry is on the rear of the home, sliding rear doors, windows. So invest in an audible window break alarm. And then what we've also noticed is a lot of the homes that are being burglarized do not have pets. They don't have dogs. So maybe invest in man's best friend to join the family, and that seems to be a deterrent as well.
Yeah, that could be. Oh, go ahead.
Well, another thing that these groups have been known to do are pickpocket and steal from cars that are parked. So we want to make sure, folks that have a purse, that's not unattended, that it's, attached to your body, that it's not left in a shopping cart or not draped on the back of the chair at the restaurant, that wallets are not just left open in a vehicle. And even though we think maybe we'll hide our purse or our bag in the car, if someone's watching us and they see us exit the vehicle without a purse, they probably know it's hidden in there. So we don't want to do that either.
Yeah, that's certainly a good point. You have to trust no one sometimes is the best approach. Sergeant Angela Ellison, thank you so much for your time.
Very welcome.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.